Okay, sorry if all you can hear is the diesel heater in the corner. I figured I'd give you all an update. Um, I keep making videos and I don't really have the time to edit them and post them, so this is going to be a short one. Doing a little bit of maintenance on the daily, or one of the dailies. Thermostat decided it was going to stick open halfway across the country. Well, not even halfway. We got to Montana and realized that it was sticking open. Check engine light kept coming on, giving us a map cooling error code, so getting a new one of those. Hopefully. I gotta figure out what I did with the new one. Oh, it's inside the house. Okay. Anyways, so yeah, new thermostat. I'm probably gonna replace this lower hose. There's a little nick in the top of it, and I'm not too sure I want to put it all back together that way. I have a new hose right there. Obviously, shop's kind of a mess because got the dirt bike torn apart. I'm having a bad ground or an error, not an error, but an issue with the wiring on that. I think the dash is bad or something got in there. I don't know. I'm gonna probably fire it up. Probably just run like a little bit of fuel into the bowl and fire it up. Let it run and then see if I can flip my lights on without blowing a fuse. If not, I gotta disconnect the dash or pull the illumination wire. I'm assuming that's what it is. It's orange. Or just pull the plug out completely and get a different dash. So I'll either get I'll probably just go with a Trail Tech or something on eBay or something. Nothing too crazy. I don't want to spend a bunch of money on it. I just need something I can run speed sensor and stuff. So that's unfortunate. Hopefully it's not the dash. Hopefully it's the actual wire. If it's the dash, I gotta either get to get a new. Oh, my hand keeps messing up the focus. Either I can find a kayo dash. Luckily there's a dealer down here. I might be able to get a dash for it. I don't know. If not, I'll just see if I can clip that wire and then rerun another wire to that specific spot on the dash that's not part of the original wiring loom. But anyways, this needs a thermostat, lower hose. There's a couple leaks. I'm not too worried about it. It's power steering. It's always leaked. I've done so many things to the power steering system on this thing, and I cannot get it to stop leaking. So one of these days I'll go through, get new cooling lines for the power steering cooler, and pretty much go through the entire thing. Probably do that before I turbo it, if my brother doesn't buy it. It needs a ball joint. Actually, it needs CV axles on both sides again. I don't know. It's my fault for buying parts that aren't OEM, I guess. But you'd think that the damn CV axle boots wouldn't rip after so many miles. I don't know. I think it's less than 10,000 miles. I don't know. We put a lot of miles on this thing. They might still be under warranty, actually. So I got to go through and look. If they're under warranty, I'll file a claim and see if I can get them under warranty. Or maybe just pull the front end off again and get a boot spreader and put new boots. See if I can find some silicone boots for it. And put silicone ones on. I don't know why they ripped. Maybe they just got hot and rubbed together. I don't know if you're supposed to coat these with. I've seen some people coat them with WD-40, so that way when they do rub, they don't create as much friction and then rub through. I used to do that on my old Dakotas. Then again, this is also like the one car we drove daily, and back in our old house, we had to back down or try to back out a lot, and we were doing a lot of turning. So, yeah. But I can't find the ball joint. I'd have the control arm, but I don't know where my ball joint went for it. So I gotta either order a new one which I can't use O'Reilly's because they're too small for whatever reason. They don't have quite a, these aren't quite press fit. I guess they kind of are. They're kind of a press fit, but they're not. They're like a really snug fit, and they have 2 retaining screws that go on each side of the ball joint, and you bolt your control arm back on. I don't know if I'm going to replace the control arm because, I mean, I got one just in case, but I'm pretty sure it's just the ball joint that's bad. It's the lower ball joint if I remember right, so it is really easy to do. You just need to take the tire off, jack it up. Obviously, not in that sequence. Or maybe, I don't know. Yeah, so jack it up, take the ball joint off, or tire off, and then undo the nut for the control arm, loosen the control arm, and drop it down out of the way, and then undo the 2 torque screws, external torque screws on the ball joint, and then smack it with a hammer on the backside. It pops out. You put the new one in, kind of tap it into place, or normally you can get lucky and get the screws are just long enough. You can just kind of set it in there really tight with your hand or a rubber mallet, and then you can just screw each screw little by little until it seats in place. It is a the ball joint sits in compression, so you don't have to worry about it coming apart. So you can literally just put the you can put the control arm on and then put the weight on it, and then take the control arm back off really quick if you need to press it in. Or you can put the control arm on, push it up with the jack and slightly, and then just leave the nut off. But yeah, you get the idea. But yeah, so working on this because my brother-in-law got a job and he starts Saturday, and we only have the diesel, which my wife usually needs for grocery runs and stuff, and then nobody else can ride this, obviously. Still haven't gotten my Suzuki or either of my Suzukis shipped. I'm gonna have to talk to my boss about getting them shipped to my work because they won't deliver to my house, and I really don't want to deliver them to the bike shop here in town. I don't ever go there. I really don't leave the house unless I absolutely need to. But yeah, so just a 10-minute video on an update. Got my special tools. Just doing some routine maintenance, upkeep. Trying to decide what I want to do with this thing. I'm probably going to turn it into a project car. Because I've been playing around with the idea of putting the GT35 on there and then doing a doing a turbo build on it. Wouldn't be too hard. There's quite a bit of room in here. I don't know how well that manifold will fit in here though for the E36s. It should fit. Should be pretty close. Obviously get rid of all the other crap. Or I might even just say screw it and go with the N54 intake. Right. Do N54 intake and some really nice set of headers. That'll add quite a bit of power. There's a couple of guys online that have posted dynos of these things making almost 300 wheel. Not really this car because it's all-wheel drive, but so they have drivetrain loss. But if I can make more power to the wheels than what they claim at the crank, then I'd be happy. Especially if you put an 8-speed in it. That's my other thing is I might just do the 8-speed first because it's practically a bolt-on. And then wiring, I just have to figure out that, which that should be pretty easy to do. There's a lot of options out there for that. But I'm also trying to decide, do I keep stock ECU and 8 HP, or do I go full max ECU with full transmission control? Because for now, or last time I checked at least, if I do stock ECU and 8 HP, I cannot run the auto blip for the 8-speed. So it will not auto blip when you downshift. But it will blip the, or it'll cut the timing when you upshift. But it won't do the downshift for whatever reason. It won't auto rev match. But I think N54 intake would be cool. So N54 intake, nice set of cheap eBay headers, even exhaust. Lighten it up a little bit. Obviously, I'll have to do valved exhaust because I don't want it to be super loud if I drive to work every day. Because I will be driving this a lot if nobody else does. I might just leave my truck here because this gets decent mileage. I'm sure if I tune it and stuff, it won't get as good of mileage, obviously. But still be fun. Actually, it'll still probably get better mileage in my truck. That's about all I got. Not a whole lot going on. Oh, I got the headlights out because the wiring. Let's see if I can turn on the. Oh, let's see if I can go to regular zoom and then turn on the light. There we go. So these have cracks in the wiring. So I gotta go through and put new bulbs in because these are no good. So I gotta get new bulbs put in, both high and low, I think. Maybe it's just low beam. Anyways, but low beam, and then is this the Angel Eyes? Which one is that? I don't know. I think one of the Angel Eye lights is bad too, from what I remember. I don't know. Yeah. Pretty sure those are both bad. So it looks like it was either repaired or split right there. I don't know. I know that they all got to be gone through. I tried to find new ones. Oops. Don't worry about scratching it. The lenses are pretty crappy anyways. But I tried to find new ones of these, and the only thing I can find is the front piece, the clear lens. I can't find these for less than $1,000. I'm not paying $1,000 for crappy Amazon headlights. So maybe I'll find another set on eBay that are used OEM. But I'm going to try and take these apart and fix these. Maybe even get new lenses put on. I can do that myself. Maybe. I don't have an oven to bake them in. Unless I use the one in the kitchen, my wife will be pissed. But yeah, so just trying to get the routine maintenance done and upkeep on this thing. RAM needs headers, of course, because it's RAM. It's a Hemi RAM too. I have been looking at new trucks, and I probably shouldn't be, because I've been looking at a 25 Rebel with the Hurricane in it. I'm very intrigued by the Hurricanes. So, yep. I'll try to get some more videos of this thing too. I just don't really record a lot while I'm working on things because I usually go back and forth, or my wife calls me every 5 minutes. You know, the usual stuff. But I do want to get this thing back together and at least riding. Even if I don't have a headlight, I'll figure something out. Or I can just hardwire the headlight in. I don't really care. If I have to, I'll pull the pins out and repin it. And then have the switch used for a different wiring setup. And then just run a hard line to that with a different fuse. Or maybe I'll just upgrade the fuse to a 20 and hope it doesn't catch itself on fire. I've been playing with that idea too. But it seems like as soon as you turn the low beam on, it blows the fuse and stops. So I don't know if it could be the dash, it could be something really dumb, but I was hoping it was a wire because I'm really good at finding wires that are bad. So this 10-minute video is turning into a 15+ minute video. So that's about where I'm at. Don't have a whole lot going on. Oh, it is Thanksgiving, so happy Thanksgiving to everybody that watches my channel, all 12 of you. Mostly my friends. But yeah, not a whole lot going on. Just been trying to adjust to the new schedule, get some maintenance done, get some work on the house done. I haven't really done a whole lot of that, which I need to. Yeah, I think that's about it. Just I gotta do a bunch of maintenance to this. I'll probably see if I can set up my GoPro for doing the brake job on this. They're pretty straightforward, but it's content, so why not? I don't think I have anything else. Also, you don't need to remove the bumper on these to get the headlights out. You do need to remove this bolt. And then there's a bolt up underneath the fender. You can kind of see it right there, or where it used to be. And then you just, if you have a second person, they can pull the bumper here and here. And you can slide it out a little bit and kind of shimmy it up and away from the bumper to get it out. Granted, this one's been off before. It's not exactly on there very well. When I took it off the first time, I think I broke that bracket that holds that side on. So that side was actually a lot easier. But yeah, I just unplugged it, unbolted everything, and slid it right out while I held or had my brother do it while I held the bottom of the bumper, or top of the bumper. Yeah, that's kind of my plan for this thing, is do some power mods. First, probably start off with decent intake setup, hot air intake filter. No, I'll probably just do cold air intake filter, N54 intake adapters, and some headers. Send it off to have it tuned, or tune it myself. I don't know. I really don't have a whole lot of time for that anymore. So, because I work, I don't get home till 5, and I get up at 5. So that's 12 hours right there that I don't have. And it's going to get worse with this coming summer. I'll be getting off at 6 and starting at 6. So I'll be 12, almost 13-hour days. But the money's good, so that's good. And I mean, I don't have a whole lot of bills to pay, so that's always nice, right? You'll either have time or you have money. You never have both. Now, I will say, if my Facebook and stuff or my YouTube catches, I can post a lot more content. So if you're not subscribed, I hate asking for subscriptions, but at this point, I'd like to be able to post more content. Oh, and spiders are barking again. In order for me to do that, I would need to either be part-time, which I'm sure I can afford, but we don't have a part-time position right now. So it is what it is. Subscribe, don't subscribe, at least like it, maybe share it. I'd really appreciate if you subscribe though. I'm pretty sure I've said 1,000 times already, so I'm gonna go ahead and end the video right there. I'll try to get some more content up. Like I said, I don't have a whole lot of time lately. Once we get the house and stuff figured out, I'll have a little bit more time to actually edit videos and post them. And I got a lot of videos I got to go through. I don't even have my laptop out yet. I don't even know if my laptop works because somebody spilled bleach on it. So yeah, That's another reason I haven't really dealt with any of the GoPro footage, because I don't want to deal with that. I'm hoping it's fine. It just, the plastic's messed up and it's kind of corroded, so I gotta clean it up a little bit as best as I can, and then hope it turns on. And considering I spent $1,000 on that laptop, I really don't want to buy another one because they are discontinued now, and I really like that one. It's a G16 Dell. Now they replaced it with the Alienware version, and it's just unbelievably expensive compared to what I paid for the same setup too, which is annoying. I think we were looking at them the other day for my sister-in-law. They're $1,400. I paid $8 something delivered to my door after tax. It was like $850, $890, somewhere there. Yeah, that's about it. This is a 20-minute video of me just posting a quick update. But yeah, life's busy. But I mean, I guess I can't really ask for much more. I could be unemployed and doing nothing on my weekends, right? That actually doesn't sound too bad. I'm not gonna lie. I was unemployed for 2 months. It was nice until you start looking at your bank account and you remember that you're not making money, you're spending all of it. That was the only part that I didn't like about being unemployed. The amount of time that I had was great, though. If I could, I guess I could start my own business and do it that way. I don't want to do that, though. That's annoying. Too much paperwork, too much stuff to do. But I'll go ahead and end the video now after 3 minutes of me just saying that. So I'll catch you guys on the flip side.